Alright, what is going on everybody? Willis Gaming here. We are back again with another Destiny 2 video. So, we've obviously got Destiny 2 Shadowkeep coming out in September. In this video, guys, I wanted to go over, obviously, the Armor 2.0. If you're not aware, Armor is going through a massive change in Shadowkeep. And we're going to be covering it in this video because there was a lot of information that came out last night. And yeah, so if you haven't done so already, guys, make sure to drop a like on this video. Literally just scroll down. It literally takes like a second. And if you're not done so already, make sure you're subscribed with bell notifications on. There's a lot of you that are already subscribed, but make sure you put the bell on because YouTube's kind of weird now and it doesn't really notify you unless you have the bell on. But yeah, what is this Armor 2.0 and why am I going to be talking about it? So obviously, they did mention, if you guys haven't seen the Out of the Shadows vid doc, but they pretty much mentioned it a bit, how they are changing Destiny. They want it to be more, I guess, like an MMO RPG, sort of more RPG elements where you can customize your character, sort of min-max, actually min-max, not just like mobility, resilience, and recovery and all that stuff, but yeah, this is how it's changing. So what they're going to be doing with Armor 2.0, they're making it so they're pretty much adding a bunch of extra stats to this armor. So if you played Destiny 1, obviously we had intellect, discipline, and strength. They are being added back to the armor sets, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a ton more stats as well on different pieces of armor. So they're not giving us the full breakdown on more stuff which they are adding. They basically want players to wait a bit longer to learn exactly the specifics. So stats and mods are the two core pillars of the Armor 2.0 system. Stats incentivize players to pick up better and better versions of their favorite armor pieces, while mods allow them to customize their playstyle. So this is a snippet from Luke Smith. So Luke Smith gave an example of using specific mods to make his life easier. He says, "I like hand cannons," said Smith, "and so I might put 2 hand cannon reloader mods on my gloves that stack and work together. Players who want to improve specific abilities like increasing their reload speed with all hand cannons have that option with Armor 2.0. In terms of how much more powerful players can expect Armor 2.0 to make them, Smith and Noseworthy said that a conversation the team is still having internally. They said, "We're going to introduce new mods into the pool for you to chase," said Smith. "The team is still working out the details of how many mods they'll add and how powerful they'll be, but the team wants players to feel like their power is growing as they evolve their armor." So if you're not aware as well, they're changing armor so you can actually transmog it now, so you're not stuck with a piece of gear. You can now, I guess, change it to look like any armor piece in the game, which is pretty awesome. And they're doing this through the Eververse ornament system. So what this is, any, I guess, cosmetics that you bought from Eververse, you can get like a token for that, and then you can use that token to turn it into that piece of armor, which is really awesome. So essentially how they're changing Armor 2.0, obviously they're adding more stats that you can, I guess, min-max and change. Obviously you're going to have the arc resistance thing, or like void or solar on the piece of gear like we have now. Here's a screenshot which is actually pretty cool. It shows a helmet from Destiny 2. And obviously on the right you can see mobility, resilience, recovery, discipline, intellect, and strength. And there's a lot of numbers on the right there, so you can probably really min-max your gear in Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, and this has got me really excited. Because as it stands right now, there's not really that much min-maxing. It's kind of just, I guess, get a bunch of recovery and resilience and you're good. Have to deal with discipline, intellect, and strength, which is gonna be super fun. So they said they're still working on balancing this for the launch, and they're going to be adding a ton more armor mods to the game to help us with this min-max. So if you're not aware what intellect, discipline, and strength does, it's going to work the same way as it does in Destiny 1, increasing the recharge of players' supers, grenades, and melee abilities. Also said that the developers have revealed that resilience, mobility, and recovery will have a wider range of effect with the new system, but they weren't ready to go into full details on what that exactly means. So maybe we're going to have some added benefits of actually getting more resilience, mobility, and recovery. So that's really cool. So how do you get these extra mods? Obviously, they said these mods will be found by playing the game with clear ways for players to chase down these mods. Luke Smith also mentioned that Armor 2.0 will have an energy system that is key to making your armor more powerful. You power up the armor to increase its capacity, which lets you equip more mods. Really awesome. If you're not aware as well, so artifacts are actually returning with Shadowkeep, so that's really cool. And in, I guess, not really an interview, the vid doc for Out of the Shadows, one of the guys was actually talking, and he mentioned that if you actually, I guess, get to the last tree of one of the artifacts, they start to feel like mini exotic. So that's really cool. There's actually a screenshot on the screen right now of an artifact called Eye of the Gate Lord. And yeah, this thing looks really in depth. It's got a lot of, I guess, little mini skill trees, which is quite cool. And I think that's something that Destiny lacks a lot, is obviously we need just more skill trees, more diversity, and more options to, I guess, customize our Guardian further. And I guess adding artifacts and this new armor 2.0 is really gonna let us properly, I guess, tune our characters the way we want them. But yeah, that's been the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Just a super quick one regarding armor 2.0. If you want to see more of these like news videos, I want to start doing, I guess, just weekly updates on Destiny, just talking a bit about it and all that good stuff. If you do, drop a like on the video and obviously subscribe if you're new. But yeah, this has been Willis Gaming, guys. I will see you in my next video, and peace.